honey and salt of the earth, my book, Kill Your God, which I work from, and my Baphomet, my burning candles, and everything I work with. So I really combine my art with my ritual work. Well, Kill Your God was originally inspired by Joseph Campbell. He wrote a book called The Art of Living, and in the book he's quoted as saying, "You must kill your God in order to ascend. All fixed ideas must go." And when I read that, I was in a place of where I was at the time that it was almost a Zen moment. My entire life changed the moment I read that. And so it became my mantra, kill your God, and I applied that to everything that I did. I applied it to my work, to my religion, to love, whatever it is. Kill your God in order to ascend. All fixed ideas must go. The name of my book is Kill Your God, which is my manifesto for my art movement. And I have it as my personal philosophy. And I have it as my website. It's everything that is a part of me. It's pure will. When I practice, if I practice, I can't. Well, when I practice, I cannot light the torch. The wands that I run down my arms, my head, my face, my stomach, my back. I can't practice because if I do, I get burned badly. But when I'm in front of a crowd and I get into that mode, that trance, that state, and the people are watching, the music is playing, I'm like a shaman. I don't feel pain. One night we went to a concert of Dvorak's music, classical music, 19th century composer. And as we sat there, I was listening to the music, and I felt more by just listening to that music than I'd ever felt in the 16 years I'd been a Christian. I was a street preaching, Bible believing, Elmer Gantry, hardcore, good boy. And I realized that if I could feel by just the music, the vibrations of the universe, the spheres, if I could feel more from that than I ever could from wearing a prayer shawl, from reading the Bible, from going to prayer meetings, if I could feel more from that one moment, then there is no God. The wild thing was that I had been exorcised. My mother took me, I was about 10 years old, and she felt that some spirit or some devil was in me. So she took me to a church, and but she didn't tell me what it was. She told me it was just like this youth gathering. So I was excited. I'm 10 years old, and I thought this will be fun. So we go there, and I show up, and there's a ton of people standing around an altar. I walk forward. They all grabbed me, and they held me down, and they covered me in water, and they started praying and chanting, and literally, and it's a joke, but they were hitting me in the head with the Bible, which really got annoying, and I got pissed. Like, don't do that! And of course, oh, that's the devil coming out of him. No, just don't hit me in the head with a book. So I sat there and I started to struggle to get up, and they held me down even harder. And someone talked about superhuman strength and all this, it's just absolutely absurd. But yeah, and I went through the experience, and I was exorcised. I felt nothing before, I felt nothing after, and the only thing I felt during it was absolute and total disgust and rage. So I left Christianity. I did everything from being a Wiccan, and we don't speak of that in this house. I was a Buddhist. I did the whole spectrum. But Satanism, when I found Satanism, it just clicked. And it worked for me in ways I've never felt anything work for me. The concept that a painting should be comfortable, and that's not what art is about. Art should not be comfortable. You should walk up to a painting and you should look at it, and there should be so much there that it makes you physically ill or it turns you on. Not because of the realism, but because of the intensity. I mean, I love anything that is outside, anything that questions, anything that is motivated by the pure soul of the artist. It's good wine. The best thing that ever happened to me literally was getting kicked out of art school.